WWE Crown Jewel. We went down under, baby. Perth turned into the Outback Brawl. Betrayals, title changes, and CM Punk back in the damn mix. Australia gave us kangaroos, koalas, and Seth Rollins catching the biggest blindside since the Bloodline broke up. And the crowd popped harder than Rhea Ripley in leather. Jesse, ring the bell.
And that's what's up.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we're here to talk WWE Crown Jewel in Perth. And a little bit of that TNA action, that Bound For Glory action. Yeah. A little bit of that NXT. Yeah, TNA. You know, we love some TNA over here. Yes, you know, and we are Busted Open approved, as seen on Netflix, the bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And that is the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, Pretty Deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. Complex Jones, baby. Yeah. Rah. Oh. The dogs is out. We hungry. Who let the dogs out? Oh.
I think this is your favorite week in wrestling for the whole year because just like WWE, Kombat Jones likes going down under. And
down under.
He put his shrimp in the Barbie. That's right.
The shrimp. I like my shrimp on the Barbie. Go down under at Crocodile Dundee. Yeah,
man. I don't know if I was excited or disappointed about Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia. I was a little bit disappointed with it. The event actually exceeded my leading up to it, I should say.
Okay.
The actual event exceeded my expectations, except for the title belts, bro. We really didn't think that was going to be a thing, but apparently
it was both the title belt and the ring. They gave them both this time. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins had to have his cock ring size down. We'll get into all that. Before we get into all that, make sure everybody likes, shares, and subscribes. Hit that like button. We'll just sit here and wait for you to hit it.
All right.
Good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. What a week it was, man. We had SmackDown over there, and these 8 a.m. event calls, bro. They're just too much for me.
No bueno?
Just no good, man. Especially during the week. I'm at work. And I keep getting notifications on my phone. Oh, so-and-so's posting about this. Soto619, I love you, bro. But
Yeah. What the hell?
Come on, man.
What the hell, man? We know the show don't air on USA till 8 p.m. I got to wake up at 8 a.m. and so you post your thing. Come on, man.
And it's 5 a.m. where he's from. So just imagine, like my guy, it's all right. Do you go to sleep in that hat? Because man, oh man.
He got more hats than me.
Man, oh man.
Love the background though. Yeah. Shout out to Soto. Yep. Thanks for keeping us informed. I stayed off social media.
I never thought us growing up watching pro wrestling and stuff that we would ever have to I guess we had Sunday morning or Saturday morning superstars, I guess, when we were kids on TV, but a big PLE or something or pay-per-view as it was back in the day, have to wake up and have your coffee and watch a PL. I mean, I just don't have the juice for it, I guess. But hey, shout out to everybody in Australia. I guess they knew the assignment, the crowd anyway. I know you love the post-show crowd. That was something to be had. But, a lot of Metalinguist fans up in the...
Oh, jeez. A lot of all types of fans. A lot of, dirty mouth fans. Yeah, it was 8 a.m. I was waking up to watch Down Under while I was getting my coffee in the morning.
Oh, okay. Getting topped off and having your coffee in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But boy, oh
Like
boy, it was an event, man. SmackDown happened over there.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't really have much going on with that leading into it, just with Seth and Seth and Cody doing their thing, and Paul in there. But
the kickoff show, AJ Styles announced that 2026 will be his last year in wrestling. So hopefully he has a better farewell tour than Jeff Jarrett. But because he announced this was going to be his last year, and I think he had one match after that. So great job, Tony Khan, booking that one out. But AJ Styles will have his final year of pro wrestling in 2026. So hopefully, because of this whole WWE TNA crossover, that hopefully AJ Styles gets to step in his old stomping grounds a little bit and gets to maybe have one more match over in TNA. That'd be pretty cool to see to finish his career up.
Yeah, what a time for him. Yeah, and like you said, the expectation for Crown Jewel, like I wasn't very sold on it at all to begin with. And then Cody and Seth kind of got me into it with what was going on. And then once we got to the event, it kind of, it like you said, it by far exceeded my expectations. Like,
yeah. And it was kind
in
of
every way, pretty much.
Yeah, it was kind of just like, I guess when you set the bar low, I guess you're just fixing to have a good time, I guess. But
I think we're used to Crown Jewels in Saudi too, and expecting that type of outcome.
Yeah, man.
But I will say, like Australia, the crowd for SmackDown, Crown Jewel, and Raw was off the chain. Like they were up there with Europe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah,
they're not part of Europe, but yeah,
they are not. Yeah,
they're not. Yeah. But they were just as loud, I think, in my opinion. They were funnier, in my opinion, too. Yeah.
Now, Australia used to, the English used to send. Yeah. So, well, yeah, I got you. It's its own continent. I got you. Yeah. So, Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. What a continuation of this feud that they're having. Again, I wish it was Braun Breaker in this position and not Bronson Reed, I suppose. But for what it was, man, big Bronson Reed got a win over Roman Reigns. Like, wow.
Yeah, big win.
Wow. I mean, obviously he's from Australia, so I guess he's a Samoan from Australia. But good for him, I guess. But
well, it's a big win for him because look at who he's knocked off this year. Not to mention starting with Seth Rollins at that point, Braun Strowman, but yeah, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns now. Cody, did he put Cody under too? Or no? Who did he put? He's put a few people down for sure.
Yeah, Braun
some big
Strowman.
People. Braun Strowman, yeah, literally, yeah. And Roman Reigns ain't, the pins that he's taken too from people is few and far between, even though it seems like he's lost a lot lately. But the ones that he has lost seem like a big deal and seem very calculated.
Yeah, and I got to say to that point, like, what a tip of the cap that Roman Reigns has given to Bronson Reed to, like...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can't really agree to go over, like, it's, shit or get off the pot type thing. But, to be able to do the job for Bronson Reed and doing it, like, tip of the cap to him. I mean,
tip of the cap.
2 years ago, he was on a historic WWE title run, and now he's losing, like, opening matches to Bronson Reed. Like, did we ever have this on our bingo card? Like,
right. And that's the thing. Sooner or later, it was a Aussie street fight, Australian street fight, if you will. The kangaroos and koalas were out. It was an Outback brawl at the Outback Steakhouse with Matt and Jeff Hardy as your trios. Yeah.
Hey, listen, what a full circle moment. I forgot all about that until you just brought it up. Yeah. Matt and Jeff Hardy, man, they had a crowning moment at TNA Bound for Glory this weekend. Then WWE was in Australia, and like you said, I met Matt and Jeff Hardy at Outback Steakhouse. So, wow.
And they
Shout
did
out
a
Matt and
swan
Jeff Hardy.
dive into the blooming onion.
Yeah. I did a nosedive into a couple mugs of beer that night. It wasn't very memorable. It was pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you. I'm glad I'm past that. But
oh well. Hey, so the street fight, you've seen them all for the most part in WWE, and then we had Braun Breaker show up, and we had the Usos come down and get involved as we figured what was going to happen, and it was more of Jay was the one. You would have think the way the story's been going that Jimmy would have been the one that kind of blew it and screw it up, since he's kind of been shooting up the club lately and blowing things up lately, if you will, right?
Okay, I will.
Yeah. If you catch the point, if you catch my drift. So, but it wasn't him. There was too much yeet in the ring, and he was blinded by the yeet. Mm-hmm. And Roman Reigns got the spear. Happens to the best of us. Yep. Caught up in the moment. Jey Uso was caught up in the moment, and the yeet got the best of him. And the yeet got the best of Roman Reigns and not Bronson Reed. And the yeet man, Jey Uso, took out Roman Reigns with the spear because he's more like Roman Reigns. So he had to give him a dose of his own medicine, I guess, after he's already caught it from Braun Breaker all match. But very interesting going on with what happened, because afterwards they were sitting in the ring. I had to look back. I had to go online and look back afterwards because I could have swore I heard Roman Reigns tell the Usos, "I don't want to see y'all till Christmas dinner." Yeah, and I'm like, he did say that. He told me he don't want to see him till Christmas. I was like, damn. That's
and like a little bit of like seeds. I don't know if you want to say seeds have been planted, but like very interesting going forward, especially what happened on Raw. And we'll talk about Raw after, but
yeah,
where everything's going. I mean, was that an accident or was that a calculated attack on the tribal chief?
Okay.
Time will tell with that one, but
I'm tired of your stuff, man. Living in your shadow. I'm tired of all the yeeting. Tired of having to make all these people yeet in the audience all the time. It's too much yeeting. My body's just drained from all the yeeting.
I want that oofalafa.
Yeah.
Now we had IYO SKY and Rhea Ripley against the Kabuki Warriors, another hometown. I don't know. It's
they got the feel good win.
Yeah, and it's interesting that IYO SKY got the pin and not Rhea Ripley. Like that was kind of a cool little, because I was like, okay, Rhea Ripley is going to win the match. Who's going to eat the pin? But it was actually IYO SKY that did it. And I just got to say, through all of this and bleeding through to Raw and the stuff that happened with Kairi Sane and Asuka on Raw, I think by this time next year, Kairi Sane's going to be one of the biggest women's wrestlers in WWE. Like, I'm sold. I'm absolutely sold on Kairi Sane right now. Yeah, like Asuka, okay, old. Rhea Ripley, okay, your time's passed. IYO SKY, it is what it is. Kairi Sane, like that's the diamond in the rough right there. Like I think that something's going to happen with Kairi Sane, and she's just going to keep catapulting to like this next level. And this time next year, she'll either have the Money in the Bank or the Women's Championship. Yeah,
I think this is the second time we saw at least that Asuka's like domestically abused Kairi Sane, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's like a QR Kev cat moment. Like, she slapped the shit out of her, and she already had a black eye. Like you're feeling like this one you're in now. Like we feel it is real.
We talk about the Yeet Man with Jey Uso, but I bet you when Kenny Omega watched two Japanese women slapping each other, he really had he was really spraying all over the place too. That was probably one of his biggest fantasies ever.
Yeah. He was battle crying from somewhere else, not his eyes.
Oh man. Yeah, he's upset that he had to sign Riho and not them. John Cena and AJ Styles?
Woo!
Like, a lot of people are saying that this John Cena farewell tour has kind of been a flop, but I think that I didn't really like the heel John Cena parts, but like what he's doing in the ring, I think is really, really cool, and a real cool shout out to everything that he's done and the opponents he's faced. And I just got to say, the part where he hit Sisters Abigail on AJ Styles during this match, and they were both laying in the ring, and all the fans just took out their phones and were waving them around. To me, that 30 seconds from the Sisters Abigail to the fans taking the phones out, that 30 seconds was the better. It was a better tribute to Bray Wyatt than the whole Wyatt sucks run. Like that 30 seconds.
Yeah, he looked up and he's like, you know,
it was like, so natural, bro. It was natural, and it wasn't like a forced thing. He did that, and all the fans kind of knew their role, and they took their phones out and they did the thing, and it just like they had the moment. John Cena, like you said, looked up. It looked like he was getting teary-eyed, and I said, "That's a tribute. Like that's not. It's not a force feed. It's not anything like that." But
bro, hold up, wait.
Okay,
hold up.
Yeah.
Did you see the QR code of when John Cena hit the Sister Abigail?
There was a QR code?
There was a QR code, and then there was a riddle that went down a tunnel that went into another labyrinth.
What?
Into an abyss. And it said that John Cena must be part of the Wyatt Six now, and that will be his final match. He'll be accompanied by the Wyatt Six.
Okay.
Yes, he's been taken in as a member of the Wyatt Six. No, I just made it up, but
okay,
you know,
I was gonna say.
I figured that's what they were. You know, that's where that's the land where they live. You know,
Howdy LFC was really banking on that right there. You were. Yeah. He thought you were breaking some news. Yeah.
yeah. But man, like talk about a match I wasn't really that into hearing about it going into. Like I knew they would put on. We talked about it. We knew they would put on a good match.
Yeah. And
some people weren't happy with what they did. Some people just want to criticize everything and ain't happy all the time. It is what it is. But I loved the match. I thought it was hilarious. Like just it was just finisher after finisher after finisher. And the beginning of it was just beautiful too, with John Cena handing Alicia Fox the paper and reading down all of AJ Styles stuff that he came out and then coming out in the TNA gear.
Yeah.
You know.
So good.
Bullet Club, total nonstop action, like everything. Yeah.
It was so good. AJ Styles is just amazing. And like, as much as people are like, oh, when John Cena's last match, I'm going to get emotional and stuff. I'm going to get emotional AJ Styles' final match. If they give him like a proper send off and it's not just like a whatever. Right. I'm sure his final match is going to kind of be like something, but like the whole
better send off than Edge got. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be a whole year of, you know, a story being built for AJ Styles, but I hope his final match is something. Maybe his final match will be in TNA. That'd be really cool. But when I see his final match, I'm going to get emotional because I kind of rode the AJ Styles wave from TNA all the way through New Japan to WWE. Like I've kind of rode this wave with AJ Styles for years, and boy, oh boy, it's gonna leave a big hole in the business once he's gone. That's for sure. And I'm not talking about the big gaping hole that Charlotte Flair has left in the business.
Yeah, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad about how the match went. Finisher after finisher, you know, it was cool. It was different. It was not what we expected for that too, and to pay homage to all the even more people
that they both pile driver John Cena
come
gave?
On. Yeah, I was scared for AJ for a second when he did. I was like, God damn, like John, like
he really laid that one in.
Yeah, and you could tell they just loved every second of it. All these different moves they were getting to do, like it don't get better than that. Like, come on, let people have some fun once in a while, you know. And the thing about the John Cena, you know, farewell retirement tour is like he's just making the best of it now. It is what it is. Like some of it was screwed up because of the Rock or because other people told the Rock or because the schedules didn't line up. It is what it is now. He corrected the ship. He's got 4 dates left. I'm hoping that it's 4 matches left because it's 2 Raws, 1 Survivor Series, and 1 Saturday night main event, I believe. In that order, also. Okay. So
now, what are your odds that Edge is going to come back for one more match? Do you think Tony Khan has actually allowed this to be a thing?
Well, a lot of people are talking more about Chris Jericho right now. We got 4 dates left, right? I think the Miz could be cool for one of them.
Yep.
Chris Jericho.
Nah.
No, you don't think so?
They didn't really have to. I mean,
yeah, he wants more of his own. Like, I don't.
That wasn't like a big storied rivalry. Yeah. When I think of John Cena's career, I don't be like, oh, remember his feud with Jericho? Like,
that's true. That's true.
It's like that's not nothing. I was. And no offense to Chris Jericho. I mean,
Edge
he's
or
a
Copeland
Hall of Famer in his own right. Yeah.
Yeah, it would make more sense for him, I guess. But I mean, okay, so
what if the Undertaker comes out of retirement?
Yeah.
One more match.
I don't know.
He wouldn't, but I mean,
there's like, gauntlet match ideas people are tossing out there. Dominik, Gunther, which I hope does not happen in the last match. He does not need it. Yeah, the Miz would be cool. There's a lot of stuff going on with The Rock now. He was on the Kelsey Brothers podcast or whatever the hell you want to call it, the Swifties podcast, talking about that he kind of hinted that he would like to be John's last opponent, but that it's up to John in the end, and that he deserves to make that choice. So who knows? It's going to be interesting to see that last show built into how they do it, because it's just built around John Cena, hopefully. The Saturday night main event that's in Washington, D.C. But I hope that they do something and then they kind of swerve it and then it kind of goes to WrestleMania. That's my hope. I don't know if it'll really happen, but if not, hopefully they send them off right in D.C. for the most random place. But
I don't think they can advertise that and put the ticket prices the way they've put it just to like swerve us and whatever. But guess what? This is something.
Well, they've already changed it a bunch of times. So I mean, all the ticket prices are up at SmackDowns, even though he's not there. People thinking he might show up there. So it's like,
you know what? There's a match that nobody is talking about for his final match. And I got to tell you, there's a former world heavyweight champion from Washington, D.C. that had a storied feud with John Cena.
Okay. Oh.
Batista.
Batista's from D.C., is he? Okay.
Yes, he is.
Oh. Well, I mean, he could show up. He's a big Hollywood guy, too.
And he had a storied rivalry with John Cena, man. That's like...
Yeah. I wouldn't count it out. Then we got Brock too. I mean, the Brock thing might have just been a one-off and just throw back to what happened with him and Cena getting beat down, and that's what it was. I mean, or it could be more to it. We'll see, But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it's a Rock at the end, or they somehow build it towards WrestleMania, I guess, in some type of way. I mean, a Rock and Cena again, but. I would understand it as far as like the money's concerned. And
now, do you think that
promoting?
Do you think that
the booking,
the President Trump will be at the last showing, since him and Triple H are tickling each other's taint so much lately?
That could be a thing. That could be a thing.
A whole thing. The IWC is going to lose their minds.
Yeah, because they are having a UFC fight out on the White House lawn, I believe, or something.
Yeah, boy, America.
So, and the company is owned by the same people. So don't be surprised if you're
Triple H
Lord
has been
and
seen
Savior
in the Oval Office. His mother-in-law is
he was just there. Yeah,
cutting all the funding to all the education. Programs in the country. So hey, you never know. What a great
Lord and Savior.
What if John Cena's last match is against Donald J. Trump?
Wow. Who would go over? not Trump's hair, you know.
No.
not like on the magazine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's like a mystery at this point, and they're not advertising who it's going to be or what the fuck is going on. Why the hell not? You know, it'd be too predictable if not. It's making everybody talk about it. And then John Cena's releasing, like, he released a picture with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady kind of shaking each other's hands. And there's like 4 different pictures of John Cena shaking, like, I think it's Batista's hand, The Rock's hand, Miz's hand maybe, and whoever else, Edge's hand or something, just like kind of the same. So it's like, what are we going to get? And the Miz, and he did post something about the Miz too, separately, I think before that. So I think the Miz would be a good one for like a Raw one, you know?
Yeah, but I think
he doesn't need promos to build to a match, to like a next event. Just start the promo at the beginning of the show, put the match at the end of the show for those 2 Raws.
Yeah,
and let it rock.
But I also think in that scenario, the Miz would not be Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. So I think we can kind of scratch that out. Could it be John Cena versus Shawn Michaels for his final match?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Kurt Angle too, but I don't. That's not happening either. I don't think a lot. You know, the chances of. I just hope it's 4 matches. You got 4 dates left. You might as well give the people 4 more matches. Maybe we'll get 5 down the road at WrestleMania. See, I don't think it'd be false advertising because I think they're going to give the people everything that they want at that Saturday night main event. I think there's just going to be like something held up to it, unless The Rock can do something with at the end of like Survivor Series and John Cena's involved, and then that kind of leads to him letting John Cena's soul come back to his body, I guess.
Now
at his final event, but
just a final put a bow on this so we can move on. Now his last okay, just say it's 4 matches. His last 4 appearances are 4 matches. Would you want his 4 matches to be against legends that he's had storied rivalries with? Would you want his matches to be against up and comers or like a mix, like 2 and 2?
The last one, I don't think there's any way that you can put all that money on it and have the money on the tickets and build that type of show to where it's got to be like remembered for the rest of time and be that event and have just, unfortunately, like Dominik or like even Gunther or somebody. I think it has to be like somebody to his level. Like that's at his level. That's like a legend too, you know, or else it kind of doesn't make sense.
What about like
up until that? Like Raw could be a Dominik or like a Miz or something like that, or Gunther, I guess. But
what about like a John Cena versus a Roman Reigns? Like nobody's talked about that. Like John Cena
possible.
Roman Reigns for his final match. I mean,
that's possible. Yeah, I mean that could happen. Yeah, I mean we're gonna see Roman lose again.
What about what if like it's a mystery all the way up? John
Punk
Cena
again?
gets out in the ring. It's like John Cena standing in the ring. Nobody knows who the opponent is. And then you hear the glass shatter. And Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out to the ring.
We'll lose our shit, right? Lose our freaking shit.
Listen, I'll pull out my tallywhacker and start beating it right there if that happens. Like that, it would be next level. Also, you got to think about it too. Somebody that's been on the shelf for a little while in one of these 4 matches might make an appearance, but I mean, they said they're going to be out for a long time, which really sucks because I would like to see a match with them. Kevin Owens had a rivalry with John Cena as well. That would have made a really great like farewell tour match as well.
That's true.
I don't know.
We haven't seen Rey Mysterio either. They had some. Yeah. They had some stuff too back in the. Excuse me. Back in the day. Yeah.
Triple H and John Cena.
I think we're gonna get some type of with all these people in the ring. I don't even know how they're gonna do this event, this last event.
Do like a battle royal. All of his rivals in a battle royal.
And people talking about like Team Cena versus
Nikki Bella would fight
Team Cena sucks or something at Survivor Series. You know, I just don't know like what these other matches, how they're gonna fill the card for the last Saturday Night main event, because it's all about him. And like, are you gonna care about anything else that happens? Unless it's like just for the championships, you know, and then you don't want that to overshadow what's going on. So you know who's gonna win, whoever's got the title, right?
Yeah,
for the most part.
There's gonna be a big change,
unless it's a secondary title, you know. Yeah, we will see. It's interesting looking at the clues and trying to figure it out up to then. It's not like John Cena's given us much. He's only got those 4 dates to give us anything. So, yeah. But people will say, you know, oh, Chris Jericho would be crazy if he showed up at Madison Square Garden. You know, that would be a big deal. It would be a big deal. But like you said, I guess Chris Jericho really doesn't have like crazy amount of history with John Cena. Like, obviously they wrestled and had matches, but is the rivalry really there? I guess not. You know,
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
If that was his final match, I'd be very disappointed.
But I think he's gonna come back, though. I think Jericho is on his way back.
God damn it!
Maybe not till after, because people are saying he's got the Rockin' Rager thing going on, his cruise, the Jericho cruise or whatever, and there's not like any AEW people booked on it really, from what I've heard or seen.
Who is it? Marco Stunt and Jimmy Havoc or something? Like, what are we?
No, it's just a bunch. Allegedly. Boy. I don't know. I got to look back at the card thing for it, but yeah, it's interesting.
Kid Rock is in a street fight at the end or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Bunny will be at the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm so pumped for that.
Me too. I can't wait. It's going to be
another
match. Super Bowl.
Another match I really wasn't pumped about going into, ended up being a great match, is Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
I don't like these Crown Jewel titles at all. I think they're kind of cheesy and corny and just kind of whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, Stephanie Vaquer won, and
yep.
I think we both predicted that, I believe, and I mean, she deserved it, and good thing Booker T wasn't on the call, because shucky ducky quack quack.
Quacking.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, the devil's kiss was there. And it continued. Yeah, it continued over to Raw. Yeah, Roxanne Perez on Raw with Stephanie Vaquer. And you know, Stephanie Vaquer is still getting her footing with her English or whatever, but she gave her some heat at the end, and she said, "I'll be waiting for you, and I'll be waiting in the inferno." I'm like, God damn.
Okay.
I'll be in the inferno. Okay. Oh my God, shit.
If somebody just straight up said that to me, if I went up trying to intimidate somebody, imagine like you have a problem with somebody, you came at him, you're like, "Yo, bro, I'm coming after you," and he's like, "I'll see you in the inferno."
Yeah,
just straight up. I'd be deathly scared. Okay, I got to second guess what I'm doing here. Like, boy, oh boy, that's probably not the best course of action I should take right now. My goodness.
I'll tell you what, though, Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Vaquer and those outfits, the Gooners are going to be screenshotting and snapping those pics. The Goobers for days for that match.
Yeah, I'm glad Roxanne Perez doesn't have a flat ass, because she sure has a flat face. That's for sure, man.
I love the new attire, though. It's somewhat punk rocky gothic, too.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Judgment Day vibes.
Gonna cause some mayhem with that, huh?
Yeah.
The Crown Jewel Men's Championship. The undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins.
I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. Yeah.
I am the revolutionary.
Whatever happens, Paul Heyman told Bronson Reed, "You just took out one of the baddest mans, Roman Reigns. I don't care what happens out there. If he starts waving, calling you out there, don't go out there. We need to see who what's what, and then you know what to do." They say that on SmackDown too. It seemed like they said that during the show too, right? There was some backstage stuff going on with the whole time with this. But it was interesting. Like,
good thing.
I guess it was foreshadowing, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I don't understand. Okay, so they go back to this Rolex.
It can't be foreshadowing because it can't be foreshadowing if there's an injury allegedly, right? They couldn't have seen that coming, so we'll go back before that. Okay, yeah.
So it's like, during the match, like the whole thing, they played in this whole thing leading up to it with the Rolex that Cody Rhodes gave Seth Rollins for helping him during WrestleMania. And then on top of that, they had the Rolex that supposedly The Rock gave Cody Rhodes after WrestleMania 40, which we both thought it was Mama Rhodes' panties, but it ended up being another watch. So all these Rolexes are just getting like, I don't know if, along with Wheatley, So Good We Drink It Wheatley has a sponsorship along with Rolex for WWE, but like, man, oh man, Cody Rhodes sure likes to kind of throw them watches around an awful lot, and it really did not play to his advantage. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I looked up the prices of Rolexes. I'm going to stick with my Citizen Echo Drives, now available at sales and online. If you hit this,
I said it though.
At the bottom, you get.
I called it. I called the watch. I knew it was coming. They had to use the watch. Yeah. Hey, we got to give them credit too, because I was thinking like, I'm, just like the Cena AJ Styles match, I'm sure they'll put on a good match and all this and that, but we've already seen them fight 3 times already, right? And I will say, I think this time was just as good as any of the others, if not maybe better. And it was different from all the other 3 matches that we've seen them do. Like, it didn't feel the same. So I'll give them the respect there because they made it feel somewhat new, or continued on. And I wasn't bored with watching the match. I was waiting to see what the hell was going to happen. Because we all knew something was going to happen, right? And
I was disappointed with this match, honestly. Like, just kind of just seemed to drag on to me. Yeah, the avalanche crossroads off the top for a 2. I mean, if we're going to be critical of AEW, we got to be critical of WWE. That's just a little much. It was kind of stupid to me, if you ask me. But
that Rolex evens the odds,
Yeah, man, it is what it is. Man, they'll even all odds. It'll drain bank accounts and even all odds.
Yeah, it definitely will. You can put that on the table at a poker on poker night, and that'll even some odds. Imagine? I guess. Yeah.
You show up to a high stakes poker game for a $75 buy-in, and someone throws a Rolex down. But yeah, so anyway, Seth frickin' Rollins does get the win at the end of this. He gets the Crown Jewel Championship. I think we both predicted that as well. And
an avalanche stomp off the top rope. Avalanche stomp. I'm the greatest of all time now, Cody. I did this all by myself. I didn't need anybody's help.
Had to use the goddamn Rolex. My goodness.
I didn't need anybody's help. I did this all myself.
I don't
faking my injury all the way through this, and now I'm really injured.
I don't need Bronson, Reed, and Braun Breaker. I chose them.
Yeah, that was a crazy coast to coast headbutt, though. Unfortunately, it seems like that was the move that allegedly hurt Seth Rollins' shoulder for this injury that we have mentioned.
Is this something that we're going
sources now?
Okay, I was going to say, is this something we're going to buy into, or just kind of wait to see how it plays out and see what happens?
I think even the most reputable news or outlets or dirt sheets or reporters are still skeptical just because of the last injury and how it was a ruse. So I think everybody's kind of scared to buy into it until like we actually see the surgery or whatever is happening. But allegedly, from what the dirt sheets are saying, the surgery is happening. And he hasn't been doing any of these other shows in Australia because they had a couple more house shows after Raw. He wasn't a part of that. And then they're supposed to be going over to Japan. And apparently he's been pulled from those shows and was supposed to have matches with like Punk and other stuff with like the Bronze and what was going to happen. So allegedly they pulled the plug because of the injury, and that's what we got on Raw was why they rushed it, which I didn't, you know, it did seem like a good surprise, I guess, because we didn't see it coming, right? But I guess that's why, because if it was an injury, that's they pulled an audible and they did what they had to do at that point, which I guess was the right thing.
Now, at what point, and I don't want to like say this and like T's and P's if it is a real injury, you have to start looking at the track record of Seth Rollins and realize, like, as much as you hate to say it and you hate to judge somebody based upon it, like how he's pretty injury prone, man. Like this happens.
Yeah.
I mean, when he had his first title run and he blew his ACL or whatever, and then when he got hurt last year and they were just using him sparingly, or not last year, the year before, and they were or it was last year when he hurt his knee and they were using him sparingly up to WrestleMania, and then he had the match with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania and he could barely even stand on it, and then he comes back, and then they kind of had that injury this year. I don't know the legitimacy of it because of him being on the crutches and then cashing in on CM Punk and everything else, and now another supposed rumored injury. It's like, it's kind of hard to put the title on him and like have him be the flag bearer if this is going to be a often occurrence. You know what I mean? It's sad to say and it sucks, but it just is what it is.
It's crazy because he is such a workhorse and such a great person too. And it's like other people talk about, it's like he can't get to like that next level like Roman can get there, or like Punk can get there, or certain people can get there just maybe because of his gimmick to a certain extent. And yet it's hard to, you know, you can't really look at him as him because that's not really his name, right? To a certain extent, or for reasons, maybe. But I want to give some respect to Seth Rollins, the visionary, the revolutionary, all in the same, because retrospect, looking back, I mean, what would Cody be without Seth Rollins at this point? Think about those three victories too, and then WrestleMania 40 or 39 or 40, 40. Think about, you know, Cody needed Seth Rollins when he came in the WWE at that WrestleMania set up from Vince, and then he needed him with that Hell in the Cell match when he was hurt, you know, and he had his pector, and you know, and then the other match, you know, too, and then he needed him as a shield, you know. So, and then this big match here too, putting Seth over finally. Unfortunately, it's kind of sucks if the injury is real, but you got to respect Seth Rollins for putting Cody over in that sense, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
agreed.
it's big.
Agreed. But we can't talk about Seth Rollins' injury without moving over to Monday Night Raw and talking about the things that we are talking about that give us more speculation towards it. So we are still in Perth, Australia. It's still 8 a.m. in the fucking morning, and we are at Monday Night Raw. And the Vision comes out. They finally have a cool graphic for them. They have this whole thing, and it's like, damn, this is short-lived, bro. And
what is Seth wearing too? Like that it's like the cloak, like is it Hermes or is it Louis Vuitton or whatever
you're asking me. I'm wearing a Fruit of the Loom black t-shirt right now and a damn Packers hat and an Angels and Airwaves hoodie. Like, I do not know what Louis Vuitton looks like.
Did you get that hat from the grocery store, Acme?
No, sir.
Packer. What does Acme mean?
That was the original name of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
the
for
Indian
the grocery
packing
store.
company,
and it was a knockoff
the
Packers hat.
Packers, then the Green Bay Packers. No, sir. It is a throwback retro hat that I had to specifically order. It's got the NFL insignia on the back, you asshole. Oh, wow. So I don't even want to.
I thought it was a bootleg from the Acme grocery store.
No, it is official. Okay. It's a new era.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask that for about a year now. Yeah.
No, it is a fitted cap.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't your fucking Rangers win a game so you can actually wear their hats and you can?
They did win a game. They just can't get a goal.
Okay.
They couldn't get a goal in the last two games. All they needed was one goal.
Yeah. I'd kill New York City too if the Rangers were that team. Jesus. Start roasting me,
wait
man.
for the Knicks, baby. Let's wait for the Knicks.
Here we go.
Okay.
We've been saying that since Patrick Ewing. Oh, just wait
let's
for
go
the Knicks
Yankees, baby. Let's go Yankees. Yeah.
It's bad that the best run this is the best run the Knicks have had since Jeremy Lin. Like, I'm glad you guys are feeling like you got something going on.
No, this is the year. This is the year. This is the year. Yep.
Wasn't last year the year? And the year before that wasn't that the year?
This is the year because Tatum's hurt and Halliburton's hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just got to make a go at it. But guess what? Joel Embiid's coming back, and he's going to wreak havoc on everybody. The 76ers will rise.
Yeah, for the 10 games he plays.
Yeah. Do you know that up until last year, I didn't know the Philadelphia 76ers stood for 1776? Like the Declaration of Independence. I had
what did the 76 stand for?
I don't know. I had no clue. 1776. I figured it out last year and blew my mind. I was completely thrown them. Anyway, back to Monday Night Raw. We had the Vision come out, and Seth Rollins went on and on and on about how he didn't need the Oracle. He didn't need Braun Breaker. He didn't need Bronson Reed. I chose them. I don't need them.
1738.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know.
It's interesting. Yeah, it must have been on the fly. It must have been, because it was a weird backstage thing. It was very long too, like a very long promo between him and Paul. Right? It was. So maybe that was like the bittersweet thing they were kind of getting to, like, to have that moment for him, because it's, looking back at it now, I was like, that was a long promo of him giving him all this respect kind of, and talking about this whole thing that's been led up to. And I don't know if they really needed to do that if it wouldn't have been an injury or something, like, right?
Yeah, I think that maybe they're probably, if it is an injury, maybe they had to like rewrite some stuff and kind of just eat up some time.
That's how
maybe.
they used
I'm not
it.
exactly sure. Yeah. It's interesting the audible they pulled, if it had indeed been an audible, but
and him wearing that whole stuff too, you couldn't see if he had like a shoulder brace on or and stuff too, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah. Could have wore something else to conceal it a little more conspicuously than that. I mean, that was kind of a tough look. It was a tough look.
He was like Sherlock Holmes. it's like the bougie Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Hose.
Sherlock Holmes. I see it all. Yeah.
I'm never taking these sunglasses off again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have to get to the restaurant to get to the big reveal at the end. Just some highlights from it, I suppose. Dominik Mysterio retained his Intercontinental Championship against Penta.
Fake Versace, fake Versace, fake Versace, fake Versace.
Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio. Yeah, got you, bro. I finally
Sucio de los Sucios.
Now, do you think he's going to lose his title to Rusev, or is this going to be an ongoing
I hope not.
thing? No, me too.
Yeah, I hope not.
Me too. I absolutely love Dominik Mysterio and everything he's doing right now.
He was so over too. Even though you're supposed to be the bad, even though he's supposed to be the heel, he was so over there for that match.
Everywhere he goes,
they're just especially the other crowds outside the States. They're crazy for him. What do you think about his neck tattoo though? I'm not so over on that. Yeah. Can we possibly say that's worse than Cody's neck tattoo? Absolutely, right?
I don't want to say too much stuff because
maybe it's not done yet. Maybe it's not completely finished. I don't want to say too much because I have worse tattoos, but they're not on my neck. But they're not on my neck. Or okay,
do you have some on your ass? Like,
I mean, you wouldn't know at least, right?
Do you have your name on your ass?
I mean, it might be above it.
Tramp stamp.
but you don't know at least.
Oh man, I will give you $500.
500.
I'll give you $500 if you get a tattoo below your belly button and above your dong that says "Property of Joe Exotic" with an arrow pointing down.
That's not enough money. That's not
I will
enough
give
money.
you 500. Nobody's gonna see it. Yeah. Nobody.
Somebody don't. Just because you might be like some people in the IWC and try to throw comments my way and see my background and think that I'm a virgin and I've never got laid in my life because I have all this nice, fine, beautiful memorabilia behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will see it. Somebody will see it. Yeah.
Okay. Joe Exotic, maybe.
I mean, maybe you're gonna have to up the price a little bit there.
Now, Kombat Jones, do you like a little one or a big one?
I like more money. I need more money. Everybody's got a prize.
That's right.
Yeah.
$500.
I still got to get the CM Punk tattoo. Give me a break. I'm
How
gonna
about
get
this?
it right here.
I'll pay your car insurance for the rest of the year since you seem to have a problem with that.
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, that might be better. That might be the negotiable.
Rhea Ripley defeated Kairi Sane after the domestic violence act that Asuka did to her backstage. I guess Rhea and IYO are a real thing now. I guess it was Rhea Ripley's birthday, and IYO SKY gave her a birthday cake in the backstage as well. And I think Rhea Ripley needed to get a pin in Australia because she didn't get a pin at Crown Jewel. So I guess this match was just to kind of let her get a 1, 2, 3 in front of the crowd.
Yep, crowd loves her. Obviously, yeah.
Bronson Reed got another win over Jimmy Uso. Man, they're really putting a lot of stock in Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of? Because we haven't really had time to talk about this very much, and I kind of want to get to it with the Bayley and Lyra Valkyria against Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. What do you think of this new Bayley?
I mean, I kind of it's different. I guess it's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde, bipolar. Don't cancel me, Bayley. I like the crazy Bayley though. I like crazy Bayley. Whatever, it's cool. It's different from what we've seen with her do in the past. It's different, and she went freaking crazy when she did. She freaking bang, bing, bang, bang, boom, boom, done. And
I like how Lyra Valkyria kind of fired her up, slapping her and shit. And all of a sudden she went crazy and hit that that, suicide dive and I don't know. I'm really digging it. Boy, that I know you were talking about Rhea Ripley busting out of leather, but Bayley with that.
Oh yeah,
it was
BBL Bayley, BBL Bayley,
BBBs, bro. Oof.
Yeah.
Tiggle bitties with her. My goodness. Yep. Oh my goodness. I apologize to everybody. I don't really mean to be doing that, but my God.
Lyra came out to congratulate Tatum Paxley.
Nailed it first try.
Yeah. And she was in there with some fire too. And my girl Mara Sade was in there too with Lash Legends. Some throwbacks, to TNA real quick, and then Matt Cardona, which is funny. He decides he wants to show up everywhere now. That Karrion Kross shows up to get all his money in the indies. So he's like, screw this, I'm out now.
Now, can we just say this really quick before we go on to the main event of Raw? Because I don't know how much of NXT we want to talk about, whatever. But
yeah.
Matt Cardona showing up in NXT after this whole storied thing between Karrion Kross and Matt Cardona having matches on the indies. Is that going to be like a Karrion Kross shows up in NXT?
I mean,
I could see that being a possibility.
TNA.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, Matt Cardona could show up at TNA. That's where he technically, when he shows up in NXT, that's who he's coming from, was TNA. I think, sort of, right? So who the hell knows? But I mean, or he's just running from the indies now at this point because he's not the top baller in the indies anymore. Karrion Kross getting a little more money.
Well, I know him and Karrion Kross have a couple of dates coming up here.
They got a lot more. Yeah, they got more stories.
Yeah,
and House of Glory was short-lived match to a certain extent.
I think they got another one coming up, I believe.
Yeah, they got GCW and they got a lot more, but I think the match only lasted about 2 seconds technically. Once the bell was rung. So yeah, but yeah, NXT interesting. You know, Ricky Stark's coming up with Trick Willie. Yeah.
But back to the main event, man. A triple threat number 1 contenders match. Jey Uso, LA Knight, and CM Punk. I know this is something you're super excited about. I'm not excited about it because of the implications of the injury and everything else going on. And I think it's just more of a cock tease for you. They're just trying to rub it a little bit just to roll over and go to sleep on you. So I don't think that this is really going to be a full thing. But CM Punk does hit the go to sleep.
I didn't think he was going to win, honestly. I thought Jay or LA Knight was going to get it. Yeah, or Jay. Yeah, it seemed like Jay was built up to have this match with Seth. But did all that change because of the injury?
Because of this, right? Correct. And then everybody, CM Punk wins the number 1 contendership, and everybody's excited about it. But that's not what everybody was talking about at the end of Raw, because there was something that kind of outshadowed that afterwards, and that plays into what we've been kind of edging about the whole episode.
Yeah,
the turn happened, man. The turn happened.
The turn happened. Yeah, and the credits did roll, and it looked like it was going off the air, and they literally waited, and then they rolled even longer. So it was planned. Didn't seem like Paul Heyman knew what was going on. But I like how they did it though with Braun Breaker, because he's kind of been like he's a dog. He's kind of unpredictable too, and he just wants to get everybody.
Let me see the neck twitch.
Yeah, I want to see your neck twitch, baby. Yeah. I can make something else twitch.
Yeah. If I focus hard enough, I can too. I really have to believe in myself. I call my dong the little engine that could. Every night, I'm like, I think I can.
Every time I say, get to the chopper. Ring, 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 ring.
Yeah, so Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed turn on Seth Rollins, man. And this is something I was talking about, because we talked about Jey Uso spearing Roman Reigns. And then on Raw, Bronson Reed defeated Jimmy. And then Jay came out, and Jay and Jimmy kind of had a heated exchange afterwards.
Yeah.
And then with all of this going on with the Vision turning their back on Seth Rollins, they need a new leader, right? Is Jey Uso going to take on the Wise Man and his crew, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, to be the leader of that faction?
That'd be interesting with Jay and Paul, but it's almost like people were saying like Seth Rollins didn't need Paul Heyman because Seth Rollins can talk, and it's like Paul needs to be with somebody who doesn't need that talk, but that's not always true, because he's been with Punk and other people in the past that talked, and he's just there.
Right, but Jay can't really talk. That he would really benefit from that.
That's true. Yeah. So I mean, and then the interesting thing about all this is that War Games is coming up, and we thought we saw what everything was going to be, and now it's like we're going to have a Shield reunion now.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, if there is, it's Punk's the one that's going to be the. Well, it can't be because Seth's out at that point, so it'll just be Cody or this or there. Who knows? Who the hell knows what the hell is going on with the War Games, if that's even what they do, or maybe it'll be a John Cena War Games thing at that point. Who the hell knows? But yeah, Braun Breaker's the one that turned, and then he's looking at Bronson Reed, and he's like, "I can't, whatever you want to do, you can do." But he's like, "You should come with me and do what you got to do." And then Bronson Reed's thinking like, "Damn, I already tsunami'd this man like 50 times. The hell, I'll give him one more. What the hell is he doing for me? Yeah. I just beat. What's he gonna do for me? I can't get his title. I can't get another title. I just took out Roman Reigns. Like, you can't even beat Roman Reigns. Well, you did beat Roman Reigns, but not. Roman's got Seth. Well, not really, actually, I guess, but Roman is still bigger than Seth in that sense. So, like. You take him out, and you got these two together at this point. But who's who then? Who's the alpha out of them then? Who gets to go for the world title? And how's this going to set up? If people are saying that Seth Rollins is going to have to vacate the title now, well, we know who's one of the contenders of going for it. Obviously, it's Punk. He's the number one contender. But who determines who's who then at this point, right? Who's the alpha male of this group? Are they going to turn on each other too at some point too? Like, does this make one of them a face? Does this make Braun Breaker go good there or bad? Or do they go for the tag championships? Or which one is it that goes for the title? Or is it none of them? Or is it freaking LA Knight and Jey Uso and Punk again in a triple threat?
And that's why
Fatal
I think
four-way.
in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if this Seth Rollins injury is really like too serious, or they think it's too serious at the moment. Because why would they book a number one contenders match if they think that the world heavyweight champion is going to be out for a long period of time? That's just kind of not WWE's flavor. But we shall see moving forward, because if they could pivot everything else, then they could pivot away from that and kind of just have.
They could have just had a triple threat match.
These
guys
to
hate
have
each other.
one.
Yeah. But then now we got for the Salt Lake City, Utah Saturday night main event. Punk is on the poster, and it's like a big thing for that event. So who knows what the hell is going on with that? So Punk championship run coming soon, maybe, possibly.
Yeah,
it's possible.
We shall
Especially
see.
with the pivot now, which kind of sucks, because then by the time Seth comes back, then it'll be his time to win it again. It's like, we wanted this to go out to WrestleMania for the bigger payoff, right?
Right. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a quick squash just to get the title off from Seth Rollins. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But again, I think they should
put him back in there. Punk said he'd break his leg, so let Punk break his leg. Squash him.
That was WWE for the week, man. We had some stuff TNA Bound for Glory this weekend.
Wow.
Quick shout out to that. A couple, I don't really want to go through.
It was an interesting event because there was some crazy shit that happened during it. Like a few crazy things, not to mention, like with who won the Battle Royal with the cup with Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian. They both won. Which is kind of like, I didn't mind it, but to add it into the ending like they did, I thought it was stupid and took away from Mike Santana's win and his moment. Agreed.
Agreed.
But shout out to Mike Santana for winning that TNA championship, well deserved.
Yes, sir.
Definitely emotional moment, handing the title to his daughter, all bloody, and we love Mike Santana. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's great. That's our dude, Mike Santana. We've been loving him from way back, LAX, Proud and Powerful.
Yes.
Seeing his rise, doing his solo thing. And
what's up with the other guy right now?
Ortiz? He's just a cheerleader for AEW right now while he sits home.
They had fallout between those two?
Yeah, I don't really know. I've seen different podcasts, and they kind of allude to it a little bit. They just had different ideas, directions where they kind of wanted to go with their careers.
But Santana's doing his thing now, though. Yeah.
Yep. So Leon Slater and Javon Evans had a banger of a match. So good.
Possibly match of the year to a certain extent, or like one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. It's crazy.
If that was on AEW,
it's like, exactly.
If that was on AEW, the sickos would have given that 7 stars. I mean, it's just one of those matches.
If most of these matches on NXT were on AEW, they would be giving them like 7 stars, because NXT is kind of a no-sell fest too, and a flippy-dippy type of stuff like AEW too. It's just they tell a little bit more stories and they sell a little bit more. So it kind of baffles my mind a little bit that the sickos kind of don't like NXT, because it's kind of, I don't know, they're hypocrites in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to compare it differently to WWE, where they draw it out, the storylines a little more, and their in-ring stuff. Okay, I understand. But TNA, NXT, not that far off in some of these matches, especially with these young dudes, to some of the AEW stuff. But that match was amazing, ruined by the Dark State. It was crazy when they gave him 5 more minutes, but man, it's just so good. So good, Javon Evans, Leon Slater, like crazy.
Yeah. And it just, it sucks too, because when TNA was like in partnership with AEW, everybody was gloating about how great TNA was. And all of a sudden they're a shit company. And it's just a tribalism at its best. But we'd be remiss if we didn't bring up and give like a couple minutes here to an amazing match, the end of an era, the end of careers. It was the Hardy Boys against Team 3D, the Dudley Boys. What a hell of a match. Emotional. We've talked about different things, different emotions that have hit us over time with John Cena retiring. I was talking about AJ Styles retiring, but, you know, we grew up with the whole Dudley Boys era and TNA, and I don't know how many times we've given 3Ds to
through boxes
and everything else, just wanting to be. I remember when WWF No Mercy came out on Nintendo 64, and we learned how to do the 3D, and that's like all we would do in the ring.
The what's up, the people, to every doll and pillow there was.
Every doll and pillow.
The person.
And that's not
Ben
taking
Baker.
anything away from to Ben Baker. Shut up, Ben Baker. And that's not taking anything away from the Hardy Boys, obviously Hall of Famers in their own right. But this moment is about Bully Ray and Devon Dudley, like amazing
Spike.
Careers. Spike was even there. You know, I've met Spike Dudley a few times. I actually met him in Saranac Lake at a Top Rope promotion show, and
that's sick.
Yeah, it was actually really fun. We had a Saranac Lake street fight. It was amazing. But
oh shit.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But you know, I just gotta say, like, what an amazing career. Like, hats off, like, congratulations, like, thank you for entertaining us for so many years. Like, it was amazing to see the final match. I mean, you know, time has taken its toll on these guys, but I think they really gave a really memorable match for their final match. When you said to me, leaving their boots in the ring, wow.
Yeah. And they came out swinging too, because like at first they, you know, you didn't see it coming out of nowhere, 3D out of nowhere. Like what the best move out of nowhere? It just sets itself up. It's like, you know, music, like art, you know, and then to put Jeff through the table early like that too, and then the what's up, and then to go through that whole thing. It was all about, you know, telling the story and the emotion behind it, and it was beautiful. And it was so great. And when Bubba handed the boots to him, he just dropped to his knees and just lost it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh man, like this is crazy, you know. And then to give the respect to the Hardys too, is like how were they with the audience too at the same time. You know, I was rooting for the Dudleys in the end. I was like, the Dudleys can't win because the titles and all this shit probably in the end. But for Bubba to take it the way he did at the end and have them put him through the table, you know, staring at him dead in the eyes, do it, you know, the Warrior's death, you know, you could say, you know. And then for Devon to take the swanton bomb from Jeff off the top of the ladder outside the ring with Jeff at that age, it's crazy, you know. It's just emotional all the way around to see it. It's like I was like watching it, and I'm like flashing back to like watching, you know, the MSG or, you know, SummerSlam or WrestleMania 17, and him jumping like I'm like flashing between me being 37 and 13 or whatever age, you know, how you're 16. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah.
It was awesome to see. Like you said, flashback to memories. I hope that like we were talking about with John Cena and AJ Styles, their final match, we can kind of go through the Rolodex of emotions and memories in our minds, and like have that same feeling that, and like the same emotion that the Dudley Boys seemed to capture with me when I watched that match. Awesome. And I really hope that was the kind of period on the end of their story that they wanted, you know. And it would have been cooler. I mean, we talked about it back and forth a little bit. If Edge and Christian were there to kind of share that moment, obviously that can't happen. But man, oh man, what a better way to have a send off than like that storied rivalry between those two to end it in that fashion.
Yeah, they did it the best they could, and then nobody came off severely injured either, too, which is good. But like I said, to give the respect to the Hardys, you know, we did the 3D, the what's up and everything so many times, the Bubba Bomb. And then how many times did we, you know, twist the fate to the Swanton Bomb, too? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just goes hand in hand with each other, like those two tag teams. Most decorated tag team all the time, the best tag team all the time. Like, come on. Yeah.
I'll tell you this much:
both of them.
We were undefeated against stuffed animals in your bedroom back.
We
when
were,
we
and
were
that Sting
old.
doll, that Sting micro brawler. Yeah, Sting took it all. Yeah,
took it.
Yeah, and then it moved over to NXT because you had Javon Evans and Leon Slater talking about what happened with Dark State, and then Hardy show up there, and they're talking about, man, they were trying to come for us or whatever. And then they walk away, and Leon Slater and Javon Evans are just like geeking out. Like, did we just talk to the Hardys? Like, did they just come up and talk to us? It's like how anybody else would have reacted. Like, it was just cool. But
very well.
Thanks to the Hardys, and especially thanks to the Dudleys and Bubba, Bully Ray for making it happen, and Devon for coming through and showing up one last time for that Team 3D Dudley boys, baby. Don't get no better than that.
Amazing. It only would have gotten better if Dave McGregor came out and gave Bubba a send-off.
Yeah. Only would have been better if somebody was there with a Ringside Renaissance sign in the crowd, Dave. Right?
I'm sure they were, but we just didn't see it. It was on the hard camera side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But man, what a week it was. Yeah, and NXT was crazy too. It's shaping up. Ricky Starks, Trick Willie, Santana's a champion now. We'll see where he goes with that. Hardy's got their titles on both brands to defend. So much going on. Seth Rollins injury, CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Where does that leave him? He can't get the job done by himself. He thinks nobody thinks he can. He's insecure now. We got insecure Roman Reigns now. And Jay is on his own path, it seems, too. And then we got the women doing their thing. And when will Liv come back? Who the hell knows? We got so much up in the air. When will AJ Lee come back? Come on, baby. Come get Becky. Come get that bitch. Yeah. Come get that fine, nice woman. Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. Oh, man. Fun times. We're killing it here. And that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So we'll see what happens this week. It won't be 8 a.m. It'll be back to normal schedule programming.
Thank
you. We got Wrestle Dream coming up this weekend, I believe, too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. We listened to Darby Allin talk about Ariel Helwani, try to ask him questions about climbing Mount Everest and a bunch of other stuff. And yeah. Darby Allin, baby, you better take out John Moxley this one last time and send him back to the Shield. Like
send
people
him back to WWE,
yeah.
He's got to say those words. I quit. Yeah. He quits AEW, goes back in time for Survivor Series, and that's what's up. That's what's up. So AEW Wrestle Dream coming up. We'll see how that is. We'll be checking it out. And then, of course, we got SmackDown coming up and then Raw. Then we'll be back to talk about it all again to see how it all plays out leading up the Saturday Night Main Event, Survivor Series, and whatever the hell else is coming up next. I'll have to check the schedule. Regardless, nonetheless, as seen on Netflix, Busted Open Approved, we are the bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. That is the best tag team partner, the best co-host, the best friend in the world, Pretty Deadly Jesse. And I'm Andrew Kombat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. And that's what's up. The M, the O, the B, the B, the D, the E, the E, the P. Ringside. Yeah.